So we're in Scarborough and this is the Tribute 670 in its 2017 form. Now Tribute is the budget brand from Auto Trail, and whenever you're looking at a budget motorhome you have to look at what they've left off, what they've done to keep the price down. And the first thing is that this is on a 115 bhp version of the latest Euro 6 Fiat Ducato. Now we're all much more familiar with the 130 engine, which is fitted to the vast majority of motorhomes, but 15 bhp less doesn't sound a lot. And driving this van up from Grimsby yesterday, I have to say that there really didn't feel to be a vast amount of difference. It was quite happy to cruise at 70 on the motorway. Yeah, maybe you'd have to change gear a few more times than you would in the 130, but it's not dramatically different. And then when I got here, I checked the fuel consumption readout on the trip computer, and it's saying that we're doing nearly 30 to the gallon, which I reckon is a good, probably 3 mile per gallon more than we'd be getting with the 130 engine. So a good result all round. Yes, it's not quite as quick, but it's enough. And with the driver's pack, which is a £1,500 option on this Tribute, you get everything that you need. You get the silver paint on the outside with the colour-coded front bumper, but you also get things like cab air conditioning, cruise control, passenger airbag, and the bits that you don't necessarily see, like the electronic stability control, the hill holder and traction plus. So what don't you get? Well, not a lot. The only thing that you might want to haggle with your dealer over is some sort of reversing aid, either sensors or a camera for when you're going backwards, because that will actually save you a few pennies on your insurance as well. It's all too easy to pick holes in entry-level vans by the bits of spec they haven't got. And guess what's missing here? Yeah, there's no external step. Well, you can always carry a portable one or just jump like I did. It's not too much of a hindrance really. And you'll probably forgive that pretty quickly when you see the real plus point of this 670. After a hard day's touring, what could be better than pull up on your pitch, nice view, fling the doors open and just enjoy the fresh air. Drink on the table, room to relax. Yeah, it's just a nice place to be. The upholsteries are nice, the finish is good. Okay, so in the Tribute you'd get flat cupboard doors compared with the nice curved ones you get in an Auto Trail V-Line, but you've still got reading lights in each corner, you've still got a big hecky sunroof, and most importantly, you've still got a nice comfortable rear lounge. And you can even choose which way round you have the cushions. You can have a nice modern look, or you can have the granny's cottage look. You might not expect these posh pleated blinds at this price level, and indeed you might not expect such a nice straightforward bed system either. Simply pull out the two bed bases to join in the centre, move the two backrests into the middle, and you've got a 6'1" double bed. But there is a snag. These sections at each end are fixed. Now, at my height, about 5'10", you're just about okay. If you're any taller, these are going to get in the way. No, don't switch off. This isn't as bad as it looks, but it does show that you need fairly long legs to be sat comfortably on this loo, and also that the shower control does rather stick in your ribs while you're sitting here. The wash basin, neat, tips down from the wall, gives you more space for showering, but of course you do need the curtain when you shower. But these mirrored doors can tip the contents out. Unfortunately, this one isn't staying closed necessarily while you're driving, and we found deodorant on the floor when we arrived here. And also you need a strap or something to hold things in, otherwise inevitably when you get there, when you get on site, things are just going to fall out. If the missus is still asleep at the back, or if you're moving on site to site every day and you just fancy leaving the bed made up, then it's really good to have this second seating area up at the front, especially as the rear passenger seat has been shaped very much like the cab seats from Fiat. So it's got good shaping, good comfort for any rear passengers. The table's a good size too, wall mounted with this flip out leaf which you can swing right round to serve this seat here and still leave a decent walk through. You've got plenty of leg room for 3 or 4 people probably to sit around this table. In fact, it's a better dining area than at the back, where the island leg table is actually quite small. Perhaps you'd have coffees or snacks back there and your main meals up here. Now, if you're going to be preparing your meals, then it's good that the serving distance from kitchen to table isn't far either. So the front lounge is very similar to the V-Line 636 SE that we tested recently, but actually a little bit better. And the kitchen is pretty much identical as well to that V-Line model, except that you don't get a microwave up here, you get a cupboard. Well, personally, I think in a van of this size, and remember this one's actually only 6 metres long, I'd rather have a bit more storage space. You've got a decent amount of worktop too, thanks to this unit here, and of course you can overspill onto this table, which is very close at hand. Useful a number of main sockets too, one sort of hidden a little bit behind the cooker lid, but you can trail a lead round. Another one rather oddly in the cupboard, and one down here as well. Now down here you've also got a trio of drawers. They don't soft close, but who cares really. The only downside to all this, once again, is with this layout you've got a travel seat next to the kitchen, so it does get a bit confined around about here. The good side of it, of course, is that the drawers around the corner, and it does widen out a little bit here where you're actually going to be cooking, so you can probably live with it if you're not too large of build yourself. The other thing I really like about the drawers is that if you're eating outside on a nice day like this, then you can just get another bowl or a knife and fork or a bottle opener, perhaps more appropriately, while you're still outside in the sunshine. The last bit of the kitchen, of course, just a little bit to the rear, is the fridge, and it's an 8 series model, so you can take the freezer compartment out for a bit more just cool storage. It's a fairly basic model in that you have got to press this button to ignite it on gas, but if you're only ever staying on sites with mains, then you just flip it to the mains position and flip it back to the 12-volt position when you're driving. So maybe this fiddly ignition won't worry you too much. As ever with a motorhome, of course, with its Tribute 670, there are 1 or 2 little downsides, but overall, as a package, it's very good. You've got a 6-metre motorhome that's got 4 comfortable travel seats, a good double bed at the back, and if you need an extra berth or 2 for grandchildren, well, an awning on the side, a pup tent or 2, maybe even one of the sort of cab bunks that are sold aftermarket as an addition would be a useful add-on. And then, well, spec-wise, with the driver's pack added, you've got everything pretty much that you need. I might personally go for reversing sensors on the back. You might be more tempted with a step for the side, but either shouldn't be beyond the wit of any dealer who will sell you a Tribute. And it's got the full backup of Auto Trail, 5-year warranty on the base vehicle and the conversion. So all in all, for 42 grand, a very good package.